beyond easy. Follow directions. Don't reinvent the wheel. Someone's already tried it. If you just do step 1, 2, 3, and 4, and you're patient, you keep doing it, you'll make the money. This business works. This business works. It's not a gimmick. You're not selling soap. You're not selling potions. You're not selling pills. You're not selling BS. You're selling fitness and nutrition. Not only that, you're not even selling easy fitness. You're selling stuff that really works, that really makes you sweat, that's hardcore. It's the kind of stuff you do at the gym. It's legit. Being in the position that I've been in, I have been, as many of you have probably, approached by dozens of people who are multi-level marketing, saying, oh, you've got this, you've got an audience of people who follow you, you'd be great, blah, 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 blah. Not interested, just not interested. I don't want to do any of that. This is legitimate, it's fitness. You can't argue with the fact that people need to exercise and they need better nutrition. That's it. And they need accountability, and that's what coaching is. To be honest, it's not for somebody, in terms of making it a business, to make it an opportunity that's a business, it's not for someone who's a pessimist, completely disorganized, and zero follow-through. Fine, you'll be moderately successful. And then one of the gals who was the very top, one of the top performers, she had just started in January, and she was already in the top 20 of the whole organization. And absolutely every one of them is online, and she goes, I just post videos of myself making shakes, or talking about my workouts, or talking about my progress, and I target other moms and I offer advice. And I tell them what I eat, and I tell them what I'm doing, and I don't talk about the product until they ask about it. I'll tell them what I'm eating, and they see that I'm replacing my dinner with a Shakeology, and I email them my sample food plan for the week, and then they ask, what's the Shakeology thing that you're doing for dinner? So it's really, I just want you to know that the most, I know this firsthand because I interviewed them. And I was very surprised to find out that the top producers in this organization are the ones who are helpful. As I always say, I'm average in every way. The way I outwit everybody is I make a list every day, and people are like, "This, can I see your list? It must be magical." It's really not. It's just very, very basic. I just make one every day. And you go on my Facebook, every day on my Facebook there's like 20 people like, can we see your list? I'm like, you'd be pretty bored. It's like, return this email, make this phone call, attend this meeting, pick up the kids, buy groceries. There's nothing magical on it, I just make one every day. And then you get the things done that you need to do before it's too long, before it's like a week has passed and you go, I should have done that. I needed to do that yesterday. If you make a list every day, you can't help but be successful. And in this business, it isn't about having to be creative. It's just doing what the person above you tells you they were told to do, and it works. It's just really basic. I'll hear people say, well, don't you think the market's really saturated? And I'm like, with what? Obese people? The market is saturated with potential customers. There's a bazillion obese people and their families and their children. Trust me, there will always be opportunities to help someone become healthier. And even if your next door neighbor is a Beachbody coach, it has nothing to do with it, because this is honestly, and it didn't used to be this way, it wasn't this way 3 years ago, but in the last couple of years it has truly become the most successful people are doing it online, through social media. Through not connecting with weirdos and creepy people, but people who are just like you, and look like you, and have your same interests, but live in another state. It's conversations, it's not sales. It's like, hey, have you tried Shakeology? I get it for you for 25% off. Simply visit my website. No, that's sales. That's sales. Nobody's interested in that. People are interested in saying, yeah, I had a baby too 6 months ago, and it's very challenging. Or, yeah, I used to be a high school athlete. My knees bother me, so here's the program that I'm using. Without pushing. As soon as you're resourceful and helpful with people, then they are comfortable and they let you in. What people don't want is to be hustled or sold. And think about it, when you hear a knock at your door and you know someone's selling something door to door, you want to answer the door, right? When you pick up the call and you know it's a telemarketer, you're like, you're just like, you'd like the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and we want to run from anyone who's soliciting or selling. The same is true of this business. Just be helpful, don't be pushy, tell the truth, and if you do that with 10 people, 2 will become customers. Of those 2, 1 will become a coach. And you operate that way. And you're gonna see people online who are like, 25% off, you can get it from me, and P90X, you know, all those people, no one's doing business with them. You always want to help lift people up, and it comes back to you tenfold. You know, it really does. That's how the universe works. And people who, you see this, they squander and they hide whatever it is they're doing, and they don't want other people to become successful or to know what they're doing in this business in particular, or any business. It comes back to bite you in the butt. It's like the more free you are about sharing your information, it's true, it does come back to you. It comes back to you tenfold when you help other people. And I don't know the ins and outs of coaching, I just know it's helped a lot of people. I'm getting nicer Christmas presents.